Today we are going to be making some of my very own seafood sauce. This can be used for mostly crayfish, prawns, anything with that sort of crayfish sort of seafood taste to it. The recipe that I'm measuring out is going to be half the recipe that you're actually supposed to make, but I will leave the actual measurements down in the description below. Our first ingredient is half a cup of mayonnaise. Again, bear in mind I am halving everything I'm doing, so make sure to check the comments section if you want to know the real recipe. The next ingredient is a 1/4 cup of tomato sauce. Again, I'm halving this, so I'm going to have to try and work with an 1/8. Once you have measured out your 1/4 cup of tomato sauce, or in my case, an 1/8 of a cup, add that into the mayonnaise. The next ingredient is half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, since it's so little, I just like to do a few cracks of pepper. Do bear in mind, don't use too much pepper because later on we will be using Tabasco, so we don't want to make it too spicy too quickly. The next ingredient is half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. The following ingredient is an 1/8 of a teaspoon of white vinegar. For this, again, since it's so little, I just like to do a tiny little splash. The second to last ingredient is half a teaspoon of garlic salt. Any brand will do, but I like to use the Master Foods brand. The last ingredient is 1 teaspoon of Tabasco. You can use more or less, it just depends how spicy you want your seafood sauce. I like to do a few little splashes. Again, bear in mind I have halved my recipe. Normally you would be using double the amount that I am. Once everything is added into the bowl, you can start mixing. You can use a spoon, but I prefer to use my little special whisk. Of course, before you serve it up, just make sure to have a little taste, maybe dip a finger in and just try some. From trying that, I can tell you that I need a little bit more mayo. The overall taste was a bit too strong, and that's due to maybe an overdose of tomato sauce or possibly even Worcestershire sauce. Just play around, make sure you don't make it too strong, make sure it's kind of subtle, but it's still got a bit of kick to it. Again, if you're using less spice, like less Tabasco or less pepper, of course it's going to be a little bit more bland. After adding that little bit of extra mayo, I can now tell that my seafood sauce is perfect and ready to serve. When serving, you might want to put it in a special ramekin or a mini jug, and also make sure to use a spatula to get all of this excess sauce off the side of the bowl. As mentioned just then, I'm going to use a spatula to quickly get the sides all into the middle of the bowl. I'm now going to put it into a smaller serving bowl, as the bowl that I was using was just to make it. If you guys did enjoy that video and you enjoyed making my recipe, don't forget to go leave a like and subscribe, and even go and leave a comment. I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for watching. Peace.